Hey everyone, it's Ryan Metzler here again, and today we're going to take a look at a trick taker. And as you watch my videos, you'll know that I am a huge fan of trick takers, so I'm excited to be taking a look at this one. Finally, we're going to look at Diamonds, which is by Mike Fitzgerald, the designer of the Mystery Rummy series, and the publisher is Stronghold Games. It's been out for quite a while, but apparently I took my time getting to it, so hopefully this review will still be useful. But real quick, why don't we take a look at what comes inside of this little box. We'll see how the game of Diamonds plays. We'll come back at the end and get my opinions on the game as a whole. So here you can see all of the components for Diamonds. Now, Diamonds is a trick-taking game with a deck of cards that contains the standard suits. So you're going to have diamonds, hearts, spades, and clubs. But in this deck, there are 15 of each suit, 1 through 15, in all 4 suits. You'll also see that we have a bunch of little gem tokens over here. These are worth 1 diamond apiece when they're in your showroom, which is the area in front of your little player sheet, or 2 points apiece, 2 diamonds apiece, if they are behind your vault. Stored and locked away, they're worth double the points. These right here are 5 points if they're in front, or 10 if they're in back. So you're going to be trying to collect these by the end of the game in order to have points. Each player has their little player sheet here, which kind of divides their play area into a couple of different sections. The section in the front here is called the showroom, as I mentioned previously, and you start the game with 3 diamonds in your showroom, worth 3 points to you if you can keep them. Now, this little thing is a vault, and by moving things from in front to your showroom in the back, now into the vault, doubles their value. So now this is worth 2 points behind my vault and cannot be stolen by any of the other players. The objective is going to be to have these gemstones at the end of the game in order to score the most points, and whoever has the most gemstones, calculated 1 point each for the ones in front and 2 points each for the ones in back, will be the winner of the game. Now, the gameplay of Diamonds is actually relatively straightforward if you've ever played a trick-taking game before. At the start of the round, each player is going to be dealt 10 cards. So let's just take some cards off the top here. I don't know if that's 10, but we'll pretend that it is. And each player would be dealt 10 cards and look at their hand. Now, at this point, the dealer will decide whether we want to pass 1, 2, or 3 cards. Depending on what they have in their hand, they're going to say 1, 2, or 3, and everybody will take that many cards from their hand and pass them to the player on their left. Once this is done, the player to the left of the dealer will start by leading a trick. And that lead can be any card from their hand. Now, winning tricks will be important in this game, but being unable to follow suit will also be important, and winning the most of each type of card will be important as well. So there's several things to take into consideration. When you lead a trick, you will lead any card you want. So let's say, for example, this player leads the 13 of spades. Each player after them in turn order now must either follow suit, if they can, or if they can't follow suit, they will throw off another card. So they'll throw off a card of any other suit in that case, right? So when you play, you'll check your hand to see if you can follow suit. And for example, let's say the next player has a 1 of spades, they decide to play that. The third player, unfortunately, only has an 11 of spades, so they have to play that. But the last player does not have any spades at all, so they decide to play a low heart. Anytime a player is unable to follow suit action, they're going to get a bonus action. Sorry, anytime they're unable to follow suit, they will get a suit action as a bonus. So in this case, they played a heart, which is off suit. It's not the lead suit because they didn't have any spades, and they're going to get a bonus action as outlined by this card. This action shows that we're moving a gemstone from the supply into our showroom. So now we've moved 1 extra gem into our showroom, and we would theoretically have 4 points at the end of the game now instead of 3, if the game were to end right now. The other suits, if you were to play them, so in this case we could have played a diamond would allow us to take a gemstone directly from the supply and place it directly into our vault, which is worth 2 points. Or we could have played a club, which would allow us to steal a gem from somebody else's showroom, the area in front of their vault, and put it into our own showroom. So, for example, if I was a player here, I could take that and steal it and put it in my own showroom right there, giving me a point and taking 1 away from someone else. So now this trick is over, and the player who's played the highest card in the lead suit, which was our lead player, is going to take the trick. They played the 13 of spades, and they'll take this trick and put it in their own area. For winning a trick, you also get a bonus suit action, and this would be the last one that we haven't talked about, the spades bonus suit action. So I won a spades trick. It was led with spades, so I'm going to get the action of moving 1 gemstone from in front of my vault, my storage area, or my showroom, that's what it's called, back into my vault, basically upgrading it from 1 point to 2 points. So now that's one total trick, and obviously everyone has 10 cards in their hand, so you're going to play 10 total tricks. After those 10 tricks, you're going to have essentially one more round of bonus special actions, suit actions. So throughout the tricks, players will be getting suit actions for winning the trick, and also suit actions for not being able to follow suit. But at the end of the round, you're going to look at all of the tricks you took, all of the cards and all of the tricks you took, and you'll see who took the most diamonds. That player is going to get a diamonds action, so they'll take a diamond from this supply and put it into their vault. The player with the most hearts will take a hearts action, moving something from the supply into the showroom. The one with the most spades will take a spades action, moving one from the supply room into the vault. And the one with the most clubs will take a clubs action, moving a diamond from somebody else's showroom into their own. After this is done, you're going to take all of the cards, including those that weren't dealt previously, and you're going to shuffle them back together and start a new hand. Now, of course, the objective of the game is to have the most diamonds at the end. So you're going to play a certain number of rounds as dictated by the rulebook for different numbers of players. And at the end of those number of rounds, whoever has the most points worth of diamonds is going to win. Each diamond that is in your vault, for example, this one right here, will be worth 2, whereas each diamond that is outside of your vault will be worth 1. Of course, these red ones are worth 5 each, so as you build up diamonds in your vault or out in your showroom, you can trade them in case you're about to run out of white diamonds. But essentially, whoever best manages to get card play, of course, being dealt the right cards will help, but clever manipulation of how you play them will also give you benefits. So whoever best manages to play their cards and accumulate diamonds will be the winner. One caveat on a hand is that if you happen to play an entire hand without taking any tricks, you get 2 free diamond actions, which is essentially 4 points, taking 2 of these gems from the supply and putting them directly into your vault. So shooting the moon, as it were, or not shooting the moon, going nil, would allow you to get some extra points quickly if you have a really bad hand. Regardless, whoever best manages to accumulate these diamonds will be the winner. Well, there you have it. That is Diamonds from Stronghold Games for 2 to 6 players. And I can't say honestly that I've played it with 2 because it does have variant rules, but with other player numbers, it's quite enjoyable. The concept of playing a trick taker is well known now, right? You play a card, people either follow suit or don't, and the trick is won or lost by each of the individual players. Now, throwing in a bonus to losing a trick is super interesting, and I really like what Mike has done here in terms of this game. There is certainly a strategy to voiding yourself in a suit, particularly if you have a lot of diamonds. Voiding yourself in a suit can be really, really good. Obviously, other suits give different benefits, and that's also good, but trying to figure out how to best play your cards, do you want to win a trick or do you want to be able to throw off, is very interesting in this game. So while it's very simple, it is very well designed, and I think there's a lot to do there. If you're looking for a simple kind of addition to normal trick takers, be it hearts or spades, I think this is one that kind of brings some different types of ideas in from the gaming world and changes it up a little bit. So if you know a lot of traditional card players, this might be a good way to get them started into more variable card games. The components are great in terms of the gems. The cards are kind of a plasticky finish that I don't usually like, and I think they wear kind of fast, but that's a minor complaint. So overall, if you're a fan of trick takers and you're looking for something kind of on the lighter end but with some very interesting additions, definitely take a look at Diamonds from Stronghold Games.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.